everybody. How you doing on this lovely podcast today? I hope you're ready and prepared to what we're about to connect you with. So, do you care about yourself, kid?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I almost chopped it up, didn't I?
Yeah.
At least we can laugh about it. That's one of the best parts. But today's podcast is the power of connection. Listen, talk, and relate. And your host today is, of course, my young self and the beautiful
Amy.
Yes. And so what connection? Let's talk about connection, right? In fact, let's just jump on the one of the best parts, most important parts of connecting, socializing. Mm-hmm. Socializing, connect with others. It's healthy. It really is healthy, but it's all in how you present yourself, how you talk, and how you choose not to be afraid. And I say that because I'm sometimes scared to just jump into a room full of people. But let's talk about that as far as the definitions.
I think we should talk about our connection with God first.
Ooh. That's one of the best conversations to have.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Go ahead, lead it on.
Okay, well, I feel like that's the first connection you make in life. Is your connection with Jesus first, and then, your parents, and then it just goes down the line. For me, at least. I mean, I'm not quite sure about everyone else, but.
I mean, let's just say it like it is. Everyone's upbringing is different.
Absolutely.
Some people probably didn't have a spiritual or a religious background. Mm-hmm. Some probably had an atheist background. The list can go on, as their background is just a part of the product of who they are, and it doesn't really mean that that's who they are.
No, absolutely not. But your first connection, who's your first connection in life?
For me,
it could be different for everybody, but
yeah, definitely.
Don't you think there's a connection in your mom's womb?
Ooh, now that's going too
that's
deep.
A connection.
That's going too deep.
That's a connection also.
That's going too deep. But you're right. Let's get on the definition of connection and relationship. Right? You want to lead it off?
All right. The definition of a relationship: the state of being connected by blood or marriage. The way in which two or more, the way in which two or more people or groups regard and behave towards each other. An emotional and sexual association between two people.
That might be everyone's favorite topic right there.
Emotional or sexual?
I think they come together. I think they come together. But maybe, even in the understanding of connections and even down to the relations of connections and emotional and sexual, some people, they separate it. Mm-hmm. They do. Even down to the way that two or more groups of people regard and behave towards one another. Seeing those separate groups, like Romeo and Juliet. You had the what was that? I don't remember the two parties, but they hated each other, but there was something that in between that connected them. A weird reference though, but
yes,
it was still
weird.
A connection there. Some kind of love, some kind of understanding. Two people that was listening to one another, not just plead and oh, I'm hurt, or some kind of pity party. It could have been something just y'all was both in the same place at the same time and saw something.
Well, absolutely. But that, if they're going to separate emotional and sexual between two people, some people do separate their emotions from their sexual activities. It's not always combined together.
One happens after the other sometimes, so yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But you hear it a lot that people are like, oh, I'm not emotionally into it, or I'm not, it's only the physical attraction. There's no emotion there. You don't hear that? I hear it all the time.
But let's jump into the questions.
I'm going to ask the first one.
We just jump into the conversation.
Okay. When you meet someone for the first time, do you feel a connection, and what is it like?
Aziz Light. This will be a little intermission. I have to step away real quick.
Because it says when you meet someone for the first time, do you feel a connection? So then you don't always feel a connection. Okay. So it depends on how you feel you connect to them. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm gonna say so. Look, like for the first time you meet somebody, it's not necessarily a connection. You might have a liking. You might feel an aura, or more so like an attraction, not so much of a connection, because connection is something that just resonates. It could be just like an aura or uh, attraction. He look good to you. That's not considered attraction. I mean, a connection. For me, I mean, if the aura's right, the connection comes along with courting and socializing.
Well, I think that would be more of a question like when you meet someone, are you attracted to them? A connection now would be I could meet you, Sarah, and be like, wow, me and you have that connection. You know when I'm laughing, you know when you know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, he looks good. That's a connection. It could be like, I meet you and I'm like, wow, me and Sarah really connected. That's what a connection is like. Attraction would be, oh, Thomas, Thomas looks good to me. That's attraction. That's like, connection is what I always say to you. Like, Sarah, me and you connect on the same level. You know when I'm laughing at things. So that's more of a connection. So if I ask the question again, maybe you guys will understand it and be able to expand on it. When you meet someone for the first time, do you feel a connection? And if you do, what is it like? So when you met me for the first time, Sarah, and you felt that connection, what did you feel like? Wow.
And basically, what she's saying, your spirit can connect with something. And we're not looking at a man or woman relationship. We're just looking at people. It
Yes.
could be somebody at the workplace, anybody when you meet them for the first time. Because sometimes the first appearance of a person makes a big difference. Was they mean to you? Was they disrespectful? There's a lot on first appearance.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of meat on that right there.
All right. I'm going to ask another question. How are your connections in the work field? How are your connections in the work field? Do you feel a connection between anybody? Not sexually, I'm just talking in general. So you can connect with people easily. Anyone else? Go ahead, sir. Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you, Lauren. That was nice.
Anybody else?
All right, we're just going to jump into the last question then. How is your personal connection with family, friends, or a lover? Someone's got to expand on this one because it's a lot. Do you connect with your family well, your friends well, a lover, a husband? That's important. That's wonderful. Yes. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Anyone else want to talk about their connection with their family or friends or a lover, a husband? Go ahead, sir. Oh, sorry, Connie.
I have a connection with my family. I love them. I have five beautiful children. I call them my five heartbeats. I have a good connection with them. Talk a lot on the phone. I pick up because they live different places, different areas, but we still talk to each other and stay connected. And it's like it's awesome. Even in my recovery support, my church family, I have people there as well. So even here at Tier 1 recovery, I talk to people. I have a connection with people, and it's a good thing to have people that you can talk to and stuff because you never know. Sometimes you may just need that. Oh, God. And what I really like about the connections that I have, sometimes people can just look at me and know something going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I be like, really? They be like, come here, get over here. So again, it means a lot when you have that connection where you can talk to people, and not hold stuff in. It's just a good, it's really healthy. It really is. It's a good thing.
Thanks, Connie. Thanks for sharing. Sarah, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I'm not connected with my immediate family, but I am connected to NA, the fellowship.
Yes. That's a great connection.
Yes, and when I'm going through something, I could talk to the ladies in the rooms, and they put me through my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have no connection with my family because I've been distant from them. So.
Well, that's good. Your family now is your NA family, correct? That's who you connect with very well? Yep. There you go. Thanks, Sarah. All right, go ahead, Ron.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
So today's podcast is on relationship, and and I'm glad that y'all pointed out all different types of relationships. And the word itself means how well we relate to other people. You know, one of the things is that when I first meet someone, I can almost tell from the beginning whether we'll be compatible, whether it's a business relationship, whether it's just going to be a friendship or whatever. Depends on how our spirits connect, and it goes from there. On the job, it's professional relationships that we have on the job. There's sometimes on jobs that won't allow your personality to be your personality because in a professional setting they say nope, we don't want you to come here and do nothing but your job. Mm-hmm. So sometimes based on the job, because when I was working in corrections, there was a lot of things that was not acceptable for relationships with other staff members, and the reason why they didn't want that is because if you got into a hostage situation, that your lover is coming for you, and they are not going to go by the procedures. So there's a lot of reasons for sometimes on jobs where they don't want personal relationships. Starting on the jobs, and when they do, they move people to other areas. One of the things, and a few people talked about the relationships with family and friends. And, my relationships with my kids are a little distance. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I say it's a little distance is because we call each other, but we don't call each other on a regular basis. Like, for instance, my daughter, she called her mother every day. She called me maybe twice a month, and, and I call her. Now, I call her what I consider is regular. For me, my regular is once a week. So sometimes she pick up and sometimes she don't. Do I love her any less? No, I still love her. My grandkids. I got 11 grandkids now. And they kind of like all over everywhere. And each of them is a different relationship because, I got ages from 28 to 5. So, each of them I have a different relationship with. And sometimes just our titles as a father or as an uncle or as a grandfather take on different meanings and different relationships with each of my family members. Um, I got some sisters in my family that done took the role of moms.
Yes.
They call everybody on a regular, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure everybody's all right. And because they do that, they kind of hold the family together. So that's what keep the relationship going, sisters like that. But this word, a lot of times we hear the word relationship and we automatically
Bobby,
go right into
excuse me. It says
romantic relationships. But relationship is how we deal with people on a regular basis. It's a part of our life.
Excuse me, Bobby, 1 minute.
Regardless of what we do. That's
Welcome back, Easy.
Glad to be back.
You want to expand on what we were talking about? Well, we asked all the questions.
Yeah, asked all the questions.
Yes,
Damn.
but you can expand on any one of them. When you meet someone for the first time, how do you feel? What connection? What's it like? Or how are your connections in the work field? Or
I'm gonna do all three.
okay,
When I meet someone, for the first time, do I feel a connection? Actually, yes, I very much do feel a connection every time I meet someone, even if it's faint or very strong. Some I may say are overwhelming because a person's presence along with their energy, like just the energy emanating off of the person themselves, because we are living energy beings, and that I vibe off, that I feel more than actually seeing or shaking a person's hand. So if like shake your hand, I could feel your energy, and based on how our energy mix, I know we're gonna be around each other for some time, because it's good. It's a good mix. It's a good conversation. It's good eye contact. It's like all the P's and Q's for a conversation is being met. That first impression, how this person is presenting themselves on their own, how they're just talking to me, and maybe not just me, but everyone around them. That that gets me more. And how my connections in the work field.
Yeah.
I want to say that one for last, but I'm gonna do it. It's very funny. It's more like a family relation. I can't say that. I don't do nothing wrong, but it's like even when I do wrong, I get picked up. Because everyone needs that, especially when it's a person that when you give them that. I'm give you some stern encouragement, or you messed up and I'm upset with you. Pull them aside and they come back out that room cleaned up, ready to go, and they got it right. That's me. So I don't mind my relationship, although I want it to be better each and every day. I do my best because I believe in the saying, when much is given, much is required, and it's a lot that I do here, even though it seems like to me sometimes it don't seem like I'm doing a lot, even to me. But I'm just glad that I'm a part of a family that cares more than just how we work together. And the last question: how is your personal connection with family, friends, and lovers? Family is beautiful. I'm the male of the entire family as far as the inspiration and what a man looks like and how a man should be reacting with his family. Even though I don't have my own immediate family of my own, I still view my nephews as my sons and my nieces as my daughters, and I cherish them deeply, as well as my mother and sisters. I just view them as what they are. And my friends, I love them like brothers and sisters. I treat my friends the same way I treat my family, and I treat my family the same way I treat my friends, and my family can contest to that. And lovers, well, we ain't on that page yet, but I will one day. And I would just have this one thing to say to the people in the power of connection, listening, talking, and relating, and understanding of relationships. Do you care about your self-care?